Good morning, my name is Marek Polit and I welcome you to another part of the Grenton Academy where I will present our new products, namely switches and sockets. We have added switches with a retro style to our offer, as well as sockets that correspond with other colors. The series is made of tempered glass and will work perfectly on almost any interior finish surface. In our standard offer, you will find a double button, a single socket, and a socket plus button set that will work perfectly above a kitchen countertop in the bathroom next to the mirror or beside the bed in the bedroom. The switch has two levers. Each lever has an up and down position, which means that we can control 4 independent functions with one switch. First up-down button, second up-down button. For example, we can control lighting with the first one, blinds with the second one, or connect any scenario that we have configured in the Grenton system. Additionally, there is also a temperature sensor in the switch, so in the place where we install such a device, we will immediately have an accurate temperature measurement in that room. The installation method is very simple and intuitive. We mount the equipment on a standard 60mm round flush-mounted box. We can screw it in or place it using expansion plates. And then we simply apply the glass frame and fix it with magnets. And that's really the entire installation of this device. The Grenton button is a bus button, and as you will see from the other side, we have here a standard bus connector that you know from other modules. We connect the device exactly the same as other Grenton control panels or flush-mounted modules. We have connection to the bus with communication wires A and B and power connection. Additionally, there is also a terminal provided for the possibility of connecting an external temperature sensor. In the standard offer, we have 4 sets in 2 colors, black and white. This is exactly the same color scheme as our other touch panels, touch panel or Grenton Smart Panel, and standard sets consisting of a double switch, a socket, or a socket together with a switch. However, if in your project you would like to have the possibility of using a slightly wider range of products or the possibility of adding more switches for a given frame, there is also such a possibility. Send us an individual inquiry then. We will prepare a quote and prepare an offer for such a set. A set consisting of a switch and a socket is a great complement to the classic line of Grenton touch buttons. This type of set will work very well in the bathroom next to the mirror, where apart from being able to turn on the lighting from the same place, we will be able to connect a hairdryer or hair straightener. The edges of the equipment are decorated with a delicate grind with a matte finish. The standard version is a black frame, black levers and black equipment, or the same but in white. However, you can order levers in other colors as well as the socket. And thanks to this, you will be able to adapt it to the sophisticated style of your interior. Let's now move on to the configuration, and you'll see how this module is presented in the Grenton system. As I mentioned earlier, Grenton switches are bus devices. We connect them to the system in the same way as Grenton Smart Panel modules, Grenton Touch Panel, or flush-mounted modules. After connecting to the system, remember, however, that you need to perform the discovery feature for them to appear in our project. For this purpose, we open Object Manager and load the project for our home. We run the discovery feature, and at this moment, Object Manager will search the network and check if any new modules have been connected. Object Manager has already found 2 modules. One of them is gate.http. The second is my CLU module. In the next step, we can see that the Grenton switch module has just been added to my system. After completion, a new object will appear on the list, and now we can see what new objects have been added to our system. As the first object we will see will be the temperature sensor, which is located on the device's board. We can immediately check what temperature value the system is currently reading. Then we have an object with which we can, among other things, check what is the current voltage on the bus and 4 Grenton switches. After opening such a switch, you will see events that will be identical to those found in the buttons in the touch panel or in the digital in module. We can proceed with the configuration and, for example, connect the control of a lamp that is in the system to the on-click event. We configure the remaining buttons in a similar way. Thank you for your attention, and I invite you to the next parts of the Grenton Academy.